கேட்டாருன்னா கன்ஃபியூஷன் பண்ண மாட்டேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த கேள்வி கேட்குற ஆசையே இருக்காது யாருக்கும்.
A group of members are authorities, Mr. Ramdas, Mr. Andan, Mr. Shivakumar, and Sarah Prakash. I am directly going to answer. How can we contribute? Just adding additive in fuel to reduce fuel consumption. That is, there is additives are available to mix petrol in the market. Just adding this additive, we can reduce carbon dioxide and also reduce fuel consumption. Then there is Z-model technology in automobiles to reduce CO2. Mr. Ramraj has implemented one technology which is very helpful to reduce carbon dioxide in automobiles. Like that, hydrogen may be used in both in process and power generation along with fossil fuels. Hydrogen can be produced through electrolysis process. This hydrogen can be used in vehicles as individual burn for running. Biofuels and fossil fuels may be replaced for power generation. Along with coal, we can use biomass. By burning coal, we can reduce the carbon dioxide because fossil fuels, if the fossil fuel gives 100% carbon dioxide, biofuels gives only 50%. In this way, we can, by just replacing the biofuels, we can reduce the carbon dioxide. We can run a car along with hydrogen and petrol. As I told you earlier, there is a small gadget is available. Just fixing the gadget, just pour some water. In this way, we can run a vehicle in dual fuel mode. Like that, we can run a car with extra air. We can run a car. That gas is called petrol air gas. This can release 200% of fuel. In this way, we can reduce carbon dioxide. We can recycle the carbon dioxide in vehicles in thermal power stations. As we have already seen yesterday, we can recycle the carbon dioxide in thermal power stations. We can mix methane and CO2 to produce water gas. When we mix the methane and carbon dioxide, we can produce water gas. This gas is very useful for power generation and also thermal applications. CO2, carbon dioxide and carbon and a endothermic reaction can be converted to carbon monoxide. Then, if you compress 1 volume of carbon monoxide and 2 volume of hydrogen under 250 bar pressure, we can produce methanol. This is a liquid fuel. This can be saved for a long time. We can run a vehicle with 1 kg of petrol and 1 kg of carbon gas, not 1 liter. 1 kg of petrol or 1 kg of diesel, along with 1 kg of carbon dioxide. We can run a petrol car engine or diesel engine or any power generation engine in dual fuel mode. Document will be also carpenters. Thank you.
Ideas and technology intervention reducing carbon emission. But could we kindly request Group 4 to provide, is there any idea on your side for creating a knowledge network? That is our main
for creating awareness on carbon capture techniques and conducting workshops in corporate offices like power generation companies and power production companies.
Conducting workshop
for creating the awareness of carbon capture techniques. Like seminars we are conducting, instead of that we conducting corporate offices, we can engage more employees in that workshops.
You feel that
that will create
organizing a workshop will provide awareness for the employees and also
how the feedback comes and you go for the improvement, coming in, continuous improvement. See, it should be networking, it should be a Spider-Man's thing, see at the same time. And different, there will be just like a Spider-Man. Yes, there should be people coming in.
Basically, as of now, the awareness about the CCS and carbon capture techniques are like this. So kind of workshops
So
and
you are telling you will be at the core of that Spider-Man.
yes.
And so first we will be talking about is bit about that one video to now how we can ensure that they will actually go through it, they will understand on this thing
This
that
documentary movie should be a part of the workshop. So initially we have to show the video and make the impact of
new dimension. They are interpreting knowledge network as creating more network, not this. They want to propagate this and bring in more players for carbon, which I think is very reasonable and sensible. And but
not only this group.
basically what we have been asking is, what we have wanted is, our understanding is, we wanted to create a knowledge network. How we create that knowledge network within ourselves. That is our question. That's good. That is one way of interpreting things. But you are now, he's assuming there is already a knowledge network here, and he wants to further dissipate this way. And they feel that they can play a role in, can be a nodal mechanism for propagating this knowledge network. That I think is a very sensible thing.
no, absolutely right. I was just thinking of that. See, different 20 organizations in the world are working on 20 different what they're doing, what the progress, what's
Only the selected members.
Thank you.
They may not be very happy with their idea, I do not know. But I am very happy with that idea. I completely. But what is that you are going to bring to the table? No, we will work with you, but what is that you are going to? What is your roles and responsibilities in that? What is the work you will contribute?
I promise my help.
Yeah. I also promise mine. Because we are trying to do what best we can do. But we are now trying to bring new forces like you so that this can further leverage and it can further go.
Seriously, can you take a lead on this? We are giving
Voluntary support from your
we will support you. I promise you can support whatever you can. No, we will support. Unconditional support whatever you do. Can you develop a concept of a documentary I was telling
Yes.
what will be there inside this, at least the design of this and basically the program of this. How you are going for this? Can you design the system? Who will support you on the content? Can you design the system? Let's say.
Yeah. No. The whole idea is we come to a. See, naturally it happens. Most people also forget it. So the thing is, if you start working on it on some project, then this will enlist. This will go forward. So think about, as Shweta beautifully said, can you develop a concept note on how to develop a documentary or how to develop a workshop? And we can further think about. We will try to bring in resources.
Yeah.
We'll do this.
We have a continuous discussion with you that we do. Your idea of a documentary movie is very good. Like you can give, by saying a documentary movie, you thought something in your mind which you think it's very useful on your stage.
Already thought about it. You can think about it.
Yeah, you can think about it and come with a small write-up or you will have time. You take your time and you can ask for more time also. We'll contact you through mail so that we'll collect things.
No. The documentary movie, Bindu is a person who has taken, he has worked movies on various projects. She has already worked on that. But if you can work with us and say that the movie can be like this, we can, as Shwentu said, if you can develop a concept note on how the movie should come, where the hero should stand, where the heroine should stand, and where. So if you can do that, we will work on it in the later stage and develop a documentary movie. Similarly, if you want to say a workshop in corporate offices, what is the plan? What are the corporate offices we want to do? what kind of workshops will be attractive to them, what are the mistakes we have done in this workshop, and how to avoid those mistakes in the future. So we will take it forward. We will see who are the best people we will have to invite. We will take it forward. Right?
Thank you. Really good.
Title to it, so we thought Green Web. We thought it would be better if there is a three-pronged strategy to spread this network. So the first thing would be the youth who are the front runners for this program. So to go ahead with this, it would be awareness among the youth. That would be the first step to create such a network. So the first of this in this strategy would be a school campaign, wherein at the lowermost level, at the grassroots level, we would be going into the schools and doing lectures about how this carbon capture thing, global warming thing, because many of our schools, people don't know the importance of this, and the network needs to start from that village. And then in our college, a lot of esteemed colleges are there in India, and in the college festivals, a lot of sponsors come. This can be one of those things like cultural festivals and technical festivals, wherein not only those college students participate, but all over India and from across the globe people come sometimes. So it will be a very good platform to propagate this. So sponsoring, either it can come from Trextep or Ernst & Young, or it can come from the college or anyone. A third party also can sponsor it. It would be like a very good platform for them. And so that would be at the basic youth level. And like we saw in Mumbai, every year they conduct a marathon, Mumbai marathon or something like that. So one such greenathon, like you can find a term, that can take place, or we can have a green day or something like that. So that this thing goes out very strongly among the people who are hardly aware of this global warming and things. So display posters on national level. You have lots of billboards showing movies that have been released 6 months before and all. You can remove all those things and display lots of posters showing that a network needs to be created and such sort of things needs to be developed. And this is one example we took from our usual office life. Carpooling that needs to be done. Each person comes in his own car. So 4 people can come in one car. In a way, they are reducing emissions. So this is one person can tell to another person. In a geometric progression, this can spread, this message can spread. So it's an actually invisible chain that is being developed. So carpooling, walking and cycling, these are some green practices. And this will help the network. It's a sort of knowledge network. Then the second step in the strategy would be reaching out to the masses. Like the general people who will be using Facebook, that is the biggest media next. Facebook and Twitter actually can, like when a person just signs up for Facebook, they will be asking his status and other things. Like you can ask him, like, are you a member of this green society? Are you a member of this knowledge network? Instead of just asking, are you in a relationship? Are you married? And all this thing. Other than that, you can also put this thing. So that they will come to know at least the existence of such a network. And a website also can be created that is, more user friendly. Then announcement in TVs and radio, FM and all, that can be a very good medium to communicate to people. Even in buses, lots of people who have no time to do anything else can be listening to it and can delve over it. Then one thing which I did in my college was that voluntary replacement of tube lights and CFL with CFL in a particular building or any public sector building, not the industry. At the establishment uses lots of bulbs and old tube lights. They contain a specific amount, they use up some amount of power. That can be calculated, and if we replace everything with CFL or some green technology, then the power consumption will definitely come down, and this message needs to spread everywhere, so that power saved is power generated, and in a way we can meet our targets which we have been talking about. So that would be one thing. Generally people don't do anything without incentives, so it would be better if, like you were talking about carbon credits and all, the developed countries are giving us credits. So in such a way we can give some credit, like low power consumption families, if we can devise something, like Mr. Banerjee was speaking about low power consumption and metering thing, there is a lot of distortion in the metering thing and all. If we have in place a proper metering system, then we can have a measurement of low power consumption and we can appreciate them and award them with some gift, some incentive can be thought about. Then awareness in the industries among the people, it's a general thought and it is to an extent true. that in public sector offices and government offices, people when they leave for lunch or some tea break, they turn on the monitors, lights, fans, everything on. That needs to be turned off, and a lot of energy can be saved there also. So the third step would be renewable green energy about this propagation. Like we had one seminar, like this, such an encouraging thing, such a knowledge providing thing. Like that, you can encourage people to start off with their like. Recently, I was seeing in the news and media that some person from Tamil Nadu college developed some technology, like he was running water as a fuel or something. Those budding ideas, without proper encouragement, they die out. Such things needs to be encouraged so that green energy and renewable energy can propagate. Through this only more employment and networking will take place. Such thoughts when appreciated. So promoting afforestation, like sir was saying, when a child, when he is celebrating his birthday, instead of some gift like a greeting card or a doll for which he has no use, he or she, so he can give a plant so that he can plant it. Like that, there will be many trees that will be growing, so that these are all, if we spread to people by word of mouth, like we all have been attending this program, we will spread this message to our friends and colleagues. So like this and this was discussed. So like that, these things also need to be talked out in a very big scale. So one last thing I would like to say is including a course on renewable energy, and like in mass communications and all, in MBA and all, they are including this networking thing. Just like that, on renewable energy, if we include it every basic degree course, then this thing would be brought up big time. Or sir, the previous group was explaining that some documentary movie and all, even if that is a bit tough to make, but even if you make it, just if some song like Olavari, which has become so famous, something if you make of that sort, this message will go very rapidly into people who are living in it. So, thank you.
This really, I think you are done. And by the way, when you take up from Jagannath, you are tomorrow creating your Facebook account and LinkedIn account tomorrow. And we are going to support you on these things. We will talk about this. Tomorrow Facebook account is going to be there. I think you will like it.
You know the story. Suedu, he doesn't ride a bike, he rides a bicycle. He takes a bicycle and that is Suedu.
Pointed out here, which gives kind of for climate change, creating awareness. Almost you have completed everything. You have covered everything. But for creating a knowledge network for CCT and CCS specifically, because this is kind of broad, but sure we can go for college festivals and school campaigns. It's really good and very inspiring. And for creating a knowledge network for CCT and CCS particularly, if you can volunteer any initiative, do you have any idea where like one good step which Group 4 has done is a documentary, what is their requirement for documentary? Something, it's a next step. So in case any specific idea which comes to your mind or any of the group members, where you can volunteer.
Let me intervene. Right away, Channel B, I think the India Place, they are sponsoring the college festivals. Which is musical channel.
Channel B came sir.
They are actually sponsoring the college festivals. So let me offer, try to get to my corporate communication guys because they interact with the channels very much. I'll talk to them on my return on 11th February. Please make sure you are following me up. Let me try to put you with Channel B and obviously with help out that how by the time so you should be prepared that what can be with a club with an India Plus on the agenda. So there is a 1-page or 2-page concept note or design things which should be ready so that 11th of February you are going to hunt me. Right? And let's take it out. It's a beautiful idea, but let us not die. And otherwise, don't kill it.
Sir, in response to that, actually in my college I was the founder of one club called Creative Activities Club. So in that, similar things we were doing. So like that, a club can be brought out in the college. Like then that message would spread spread to the future generations in the college also. And that.
I do agree. The thing is that clubs sometimes die. It depends on the enthusiasm of the particular person. So the thing is that if your idea is very good, however, if you take it with just say NDTV or like self-advertisement campaign or channels when India Based and some now channels and media channels are putting a cause. There's a long healthy diet, a lot of things are coming. Let us, if you can, again, we are not getting into it, we cannot get into it, but I'll put you, if you have a plan, I'll put you across those media channels and try to negotiate what can be done. That way.
Right now I'm not anything, but definitely I drop.
So think about, get the design ready. You can take help of Mr. Jawar, Prasanna is there, Mr. Ingappa is there. Take the help, get this thing ready. On 11th February, you are collecting.
Yes, sure.
No.
Thank you.
Any points to the others?
LinkedIn is, I think, a better site than Facebook. That I think it can use it because Facebook, even if you see my Facebook, I used to keep that global warming photo is there. I didn't hardly receive any comments for that. Better, I think you can use LinkedIn because ACC, in that first, there is a Perform Achieve Trade scheme which is happening. At that time, ACC, there was one Mr. Jaykumar, has started that group, which they used to get inputs from various cement plants. So, he used to get inputs from various, this is like he started a group and he started, okay, what is the fact scheme, so the legendary targets have been announced. So DBB have been identified as a designated consumer. So like he started a group and that's really doing very well because he was in touch with us also. I think that's really LinkedIn is a very good one I think to be
Professional friends, like who talk in the same terms how you talk. And also there was another earlier program where we have another 40 friends. So like in this community come together, what is your expectations? How to streamline or how to disseminate your learnings or how to learn from them or what is your idea towards that? Bring together these two groups and it is also going to grow with other programs. In that case, what is your expectations? So we'll ask that. What is your expectations from this project or next step? What is your
When these two groups meet and further bigger gathering is there, it would be like memorizing or recollecting all the facts which have been refreshing your memory. The second point is whichever things you have missed out in the first thing, it will help them and they can, during the gap between these two meetings, whatever, they would have some time to delve on what has transpired so they can build up on what they have learned. And maybe they'll contribute something to this new group or new technology they have done, maybe some literature survey and all, or maybe some of the innovative ideas which you asked to put forth. Maybe those things they'll put up in this next meet. And this knowledge network, this is also a sort of knowledge network that will spread.
What is your, I'm just getting you, what is you are going to do?
As an individual, sir?
Yes, as an individual. How you are going to change? Because you are having ideas. So I'm just, that's why, who performs well, he has to get the more share. What you are going to do? Just an idea. But you have to think loudly.
Ask what they know about this thing. Then, if they have some misinformation, like something wrong, correct them. Ask them to spread the message. Sorry sir, I didn't get your question actually. What should I do with them?
If it is an online connectivity which we can provide you by bringing together all the participants and if we have a bigger group in that case.
lovely. I went to, going back to my office, I have the CD. I could first one get the copies, distribute it to my colleagues. This is there, this is things, and trying to get towards the synergy in my group meeting. In my old college, I go back and ask my professor, can I have a session, half an hour class or 1 hour class, where we can distribute what we actually take 1 hour lecture and presentation.
Yes, that's what I was speaking about.
Yeah.
We'll go back and tell it to our colleagues. I mean, explain.
Colleagues.
Anyway, my boss will ask to give a presentation on this.
Wow, that's great.
That has been a written thing. I mean, my colleagues who came with me, they were teasing me actually. You write down everything anyway, you will give it. So that is taken, sir. But individually, I was talking to Jawahar sir about this. I mean, the first day was so. I mean, I thought I'll pursue a career in this. That's what I was saying. But individually, that's up to me.
Actually, the thing is the professional. See what your approach, your group's approach to this problem has been as individuals, mutual individuals. Whether you're a doctor, farmer, student, anybody would like to do this. That's what you are trying to do. But when you say knowledge, what you mean, it's not a network, it's not an advocacy. So it's knowledge. I think one thing. I'm not somebody has criticized you. Everybody will just $300 decisions for you, so I have to balance that and criticize. So what I'm trying to do is, see, I think when we do more action, but imagine a scientist working on a frontier technology. Imagine a fellow who's working on a cancer. His work many a times may not be even recognized. But if he is able to have a major breakthrough, the kind of impact that work is going to have on humanity is enormous. He may or may not, but if he, in case he is going to succeed, he is going to find a wonder cure for cancer, then he is going to lift the human life to a different level. So I think we need to engage in that kind of activities. We have to contribute as 110% professional, not as individual human beings, but as so. I would look for a more engineering and managerial sort of post from you in the future.
Sure.
Thank you.
So we have we have identified some points. The first one is knowledge simulation. So we know something that we are aware, but the actual implication are not that much. So the thing, first immediate action what we can do is we can communicate or we can share what are the things we have done in the last 3 days, because today, to my friends, colleagues, and even senior officials also. That is the thing. The first thing knowledge simulation. Next one is literature survey. What in that what we are doing, we need some recent developments to be there in regard CCS or CCD or CO2 cluster. That we can get through some journals like Science Lab and human a number of journals are there. We will get in energy efficiency how we can utilize. So literature is before starting all activities, even if you are doing some project work, the first step will be literature. So same way, this is also one of big assignments for us. So we can get what are the new things. So already lot of things already covered in presentation, even though more we will get to literature. Third one is knowledge acquisition through web. Yesterday also I have checked the TechStub's website. So very nice. So we can update the knowledge. What are these latest?
Carbon cap.
Yesterday. Yeah. So what are the things? One moment that system will be there, and you can give some login ID or as an individual, and they can whatever things they are getting, we can update it. So as a group, other people can also be with it. So maybe like that we can keep on updating the website. That will be easy access. At any time, any person can access. No need for a particular session like this. Even night also you can set up whenever we have that free, you can add it. Next one is circulation of magazines. In that, what means in DHL we are getting some magazines, especially for gas turbine. But in that we are getting recent development in gas turbine, or what are the efficiency improvements, those are the interest developed. Same way we can introduce some new magazines regarding greenhouse for carbon, CO2 gathering, and we can circulate the organization same way institute also, because nowadays institute also will play major role in this case. That I covered last week. So circulation of magazines will be a good impact because compared to software is computer and hard copy is the effective way. People will read it and they will feel it something. Next one is login for individual. If we are maintaining some common web, whatever, so individual person can give some login ID. Third one is roadmap. In this roadmap, we are not talking about the 20 years plan, but at least 1 year plan, because we are like some we can generate one community event with each other, and we will make some 1 year roadmap plan, and we keep on periodically reviewing at least once in a month, at least 1 hour. Otherwise, we can make in Sundays also we will free. We can make some seminar like this 1 hour, and we can invite the people also interested, and they can make whatever things they have in the last 1 month like that. And next one is attending conference or seminar. The thing is we can also make a presentation, and in this situation we get the opportunity to interact with experienced people. The person like yesterday we had some. Like that we will get the opportunity. So, in this point of view, what are things that are like that will be more useful for this thing. Next is open forum discussion, as we already discussed. Next is we are having some testing facility, so we can utilize the existing thing for capturing, carbon capturing. Last one we have about the colleges. Why we have colleges? Nowadays, if somebody can spend an amount for doing some project work and all colleges, all the students will be very happy to conduct some experience and all. Because we are now thinking about the catering of CO2, so if we are providing some fund, they can able to make some experience and they can do it. So like that, in our academic also we can fund some amount. Same way we can communicate the what we have discussed in the last period with those people also. So those people also will be very interested to do the things. These are things mainly we have pointed out for this knowledge.
By literature survey, what do you actually?
Literature basically, okay, we are going to some theoretical way. What I am actually, because now we have discussed about the capturing mechanism and all, but being some young people, we are more concentrated about technically or how it will be.
I feel that this group together, if they are able, you are able to connect to these people, it will help you in literature survey. Is that what it is?
No, not like that. Actually, madam, we are having some source of journals and all. So last year what they have done, it will be published. So if we are going through that one, we may get what are the new things.
You know what he is saying is, he will.
Or we can upload it.
Yes.
That's one method. Same that we can share, we can present one paper itself, we can make the 1 hour presentation. Lot of things we may get. That will be very useful.
Now will be very interested in that because he has been created for everyone with uploading access.
Yes, exactly. That's problem. Individual has some login ID software. Yes. So, he can see what are the things we are recently uploaded. Same time. He also identified something from site or some other sources. He can share it.
But I have hundreds of login IDs. I don't want to complicate the issue further. Let us, the thing is, uploading is one business very done by a team of people first. Because You may be uploading the good things. People might upload certain things also. We'll have a vetting team and do that.
That's what
It's a very good idea.
The other way of doing it is like you can gather the documents and send it to us for the approval. Then you can upload it. Then you can filter it and you can upload it.
You don't upload it.
No.
You don't want to upload it. We will form a team of knowledge network team which will manage this. We'll have the chairmanship from there.
You can volunteer that. You will be part
We'll
of
form a team. We don't approve it. We are not authorities to approve it.
That's what I meant to say.
So the idea is to teach some of the things what we have learned in the common web. It may be uploading or pass on to you and you can upload it so that everybody can access it. It is an idea beginning. It is not that we want to upload or we want to. It is not. We want to share the information. Anyway, it can be shared in the common group.
And definitely one head is smaller than 10 heads.
And you have also visited our website. And is there any specific, and if you feel something to be added, that is our
No, that is separate. We will have to concentrate on this. See, some of the ideas I really find exciting in your presentation. Firstly, compared to the two other presentations, you are in a different direction. In the sense that I think they have their own style of doing it. Yours is a very pragmatic style. That is, you have touched only those things which can be done immediately and which is purely work. And they have certain positivities and you have this particular positivity. One thing what you suggested is, of course, a magazine, the emphasis on a hard copy magazine is a very good thing. Let us find out how we can generate resources. Resources means not only money. Money is not a big problem. Actually, it is that you always find some source for us. But money is not an issue. The intellectual resources is an issue. Who's going to work on that intellectual? Whose mind is going to be? I think mind is more valuable than money, I think. So if you are prepared to take an initiative, don't be afraid. From our side, we will be able to maximize that aspect as possible and put it in action. That is one thing. And one of the beautiful things I got from your presentation is basically we need to meet again. We will meet again. Maybe February end could be anywhere between February end evening or something. We can decide this thing. We will meet again. Maybe we can arrange a couple of small lectures on one day evening. This thing. And we will have a dinner and then we can exchange notes.
And the other
Most simply, always the period will be done. I just put the name. My intention is we will make roadmap, but we will not follow.
Possible.
That's what
Isn't it of the refusing? All for the best.
It is only voluntary. Let us see as voluntary how strong we are as Indians. Are we strong? We wish something and then forget something? Or do we wish the thing which we are going to realize? That's a challenge for us. Will we know that I think? Anybody else? I don't want to hold you up for very long also. Thank you very much.
How to be some common points. That's clean carbon technology, clean carbon and zero carbon. So, as engineers and technologists, I believe we can contribute in two ways. One is by active contribution as engineers and technologists, by do our own research, and other is through passive contribution, like all these passive mean I would say like non-technical contribution, like some of the others have already mentioned, like maybe it can be a T-shirt campaign or creating a website or creating this Facebook kind of stuff or various kind of things. So by active contribution to technology. So one is let's say they have taken PhD level, like we can sponsor students for higher education. and they can take up projects related to green technology. So that is one area because most of the engineers they start with the BTech degree. They can enroll for higher degrees and they can take up these topics. So that is one. And one more thing I see is that we can, why don't we start a scientific journal? You can start on a small note, but we can take it in the years to come. We can start something like a green technology society or something like that, because there are so many scientific societies around the world, and we always try to be part of some society. We always try to get a membership and feel proud of it. We say that we are members of some American Chemical Society or whatever. Why don't we start a society on our own and let others join in our society? And we can also create this thing, what is it, scientific journal. And then maybe you can start an in-house, then you can go to national and then international. It's possible. We have to go out to the masses and educate people. Like I was inspired by the example Dr. Jawaharlal gave that the one island in which 7,000 people died. I was not aware of that.
Not died. Lokachara, some people shifted to the
exactly. Yeah. So in fact, such examples can create a huge impact. In fact, that created an impact on me. I went to the web and got some literature, all those things. See, even if you see the polar ice cap is melting. So what are the implications of it? The polar bears need ice for their survival. If the ice melts because of this warming up, they will have to travel a longer distance to the sea to hunt for seeds. When they are on ice, it is their land. The ice is their land. So if the ice melts, they fall short of food and they die. And that's what is exactly happening. And blades of grass are seen in the Arctic, which is a very, very dangerous thing. Means now it is the environment is conducive for.
Whose mobile?
Sir, go for that.
Okay, that is you have a problem.
So the grass is growing on the Arctic, so it's a dangerous thing. That's what people say. So like these kind of things, and I mean on the passive side, because we see a lot of vehicles, people maybe we can vehicle pooling can be done. If we see outside DHL, it appears like a vehicle showroom because so many new bikes are lined up. So maybe vehicle pooling is one idea where we can contribute and such kind of things. We being engineers and technology, we can generate a huge intellectual capital and sort of intellectual bank and use it for dissemination, periodical lectures and all. So this is what.
By scientific society and journal, it's a very good idea for what is exactly what you like. It is in CCT and CCT, technology-wise.
Yes, it can be in CCTCs. Like we can start a club, we can start a scientific society. Like there is like Institute of Engineers. When it started, it was a small thing. Now it has grown up to a very big thing. So now if we start something, maybe a Trichy chapter, then it can extend to regional chapters in that. So we will be the first to start, and others will follow us. And this thing, we can start a journal.
And you talked about a bank of knowledge by that. Like I mean, it is a big work.
Yeah, by bank I mean like we have an intellectual capital, a lot of capital here. We can
bring out to edible form.
People to write articles in it and all. There can be an editor, chief technical, all this kind of things. So because I have worked in such kind of things, I have published journals and all. So I'm used to publishing. So maybe there I can
So what is your voluntary contribution? Like a small step towards this? What can you come from this? Like how should we move forward?
We can start a
article in circulation or like science, creating a scientific society.
Yeah.
What can be your?
I can work as a technical editor or something like that. Those people send us articles. We'll encourage people to send articles, and we can nominate few articles as best or something like that. And then we will periodically publish, maybe monthly. We have to work out on the modalities, those kind of things.
It's a good idea, sir. Anything you would like to answer? Anybody?
No, it is very. I like very much the idea of green tech society because we have so many societies. We have a new society, we have a computer society, we have institutional engineers, we have many societies. We do not have a great power society. I think there is a need to promote green power of green technology society in Trichy because we are basically engineering. And we need to talk about it. If we do not talk about green technology, nobody else in this country is going to talk about green technology. We are, as you rightly beautifully said, we are not only the highest generating plant in the country, we are also, I have been in many places, I know, we are also very densely packed intellectuals. We can't see a group of people. Trichy has a very unique environment. Trichy is not actually Trichy. Trichy is sort of, it is like US in the sense that there are more non-Trichyans, maybe 10 times more non-Trichyans in Trichy than in any other place. If you go to Madurai, Coimbatore or Chennai, even in Chennai, you will find the Chennaites there. But in Trichy, the people of Trichy, especially the leaders of Trichy, are not from Trichy. They are from everywhere from India. That is a very unique metropolitan style. So I think green tech society is something which is very, very technical. I completely appreciate your point of view. Because of lack of time, I think we should have spent more time on this. We should have given more time for this interactions. I appreciate each of this thing has deep meaning. That's one question.
I think most of the points seems to be talking like regular meetings and discussions. Since you have ignited an idea in our minds, so it's something like we can keep it continuously if we don't meet regularly. Like all of us will have some idea. Now since we have thought about this new topic, we'll be reading across it. So every time once in a while we have to meet together, put our ideas back again, see what is new, what could be made forward, what has to be dropped back. So the refining needs to be done. So we have to get together in once in a while. So that's inevitable.
Regular.
So apart from that, as we pointed out, we read periodicals. Like always, it's hard copy is better to read. So when you circulate something, and especially within a group, it always carries the information, and that is a very good way of communication rather than creating awareness. Also, we have already discussed. Like students community, I feel like this is only as many words used nascent and growth till several words came up. So this is only idea in making. So I don't think it's not going to come up practically next 10 years. So after 10 years, the people who come up with innovative ideas are not right now in schools and colleges. So unless we give them this idea right now, they are not going to accept it when they are supposed to do it. So it's time we start reading up them also. So, and also, like, a lot of work has gone in the West. Like, always, West does it first and we follow it. So, we always feel like that we are reinventing them. They are already running, we will be reinventing it. So, at least for this work, let's not do that. Let us continue what they are already doing. Let us start from where they have left it. So, apart from this, like, like everything comes with a glamour. So, we take some famous personalities, like some brand ambassadors or something. So, because if we get an actor, the fans association will get it. So, that is one way of getting people to do it. Then, of course, as discussed, we got an online discussion forum. If we can't upload documents or anything, at least we discuss our ideas. Like, as I told you, whenever we read something, we'll come across new ideas. So we need a forum to discuss
will continue from here.
With just few innovative ideas that we thought about. She was talking about Magadi Lake in Kenya. We can actually also think of creating an artificial Magadi Lake where the brine solution is higher, which can create soda ash in a few coming years. I've also read about solar power catalyst, which converts solar power catalyst, which use carbon dioxide and hydrogen to produce low-powered hydrocarbons, or CH3 or CH4. And again, it's not an innovative idea, but then afforestation is which everybody needs to do to reduce carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Finally, what we all can do is involve more people from all levels of the society. We have BHEL, we have Ernst & Young, you have people, innovators over here. So we can include more people from different levels, students, people from engineering backgrounds, from software engineers to other industries which are prominent in the society, to involve in a certain way. And lastly, as I said, use of prominent members of the society. If you think of PETA, everybody thinks of Pamela Anderson in the first place, because that's when we all started looking into PETA as a very important part of the society, saving animals and everything. So why not form an organization like PETA, where carbon capture can be highlighted in a very prominent way in society. And electric powered vehicles is being in market now. So why not we convert from petrol and diesel to more into electric powered vehicles where bikes and cars are all electric powered, which can save a lot of carbon dioxide from the environment. And in a small way, it makes a lot of difference. That's thank you.
What I'd like to add about this electric vehicles is like carbon capture, we can run it when it's from a stationary source. So you generate electricity from a stationary source, and if your vehicles are moving with that way, you don't have to capture carbon dioxide from your vehicle. Capturing it from a stationary source. So we far more easier, I think.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a very good presentation, and definitely I think we have very little time, but maybe I wanted to. No, the thing is, one thing is, we Indians are very good in planning. We are accused of forgetting our plans next day. At least in one training program we will demonstrate that we are able to achieve something. So, for group 1, immediately we will take the documentary movie on this thing. We will take it, we will work on it, not immediately. We will work on it. We will spend as much as we want. Whatever budget is available, we will take it, and that is. Second is vehicle cooling. That I think is a very, very important. That cools thing that we have to stop. All of us have to try to cool the vehicles and share the vehicles. That I think can be done in NIT, can be done in BHA, can be done in Trexter, and wherever it is possible, we will try to contribute to that. Group 2, I think. Group 2 is Group 4 here. Group 3. A postcard. Group 3 talked about any posters, anything you wanted to do, Trexter will immediately take it. So you don't have to worry about funds at all. Whatever funds, I think, from the way you present, I think we'll be able to take, we have the resources, we'll be able to take care of funds. You go ahead with whatever poster work you want. We can create a temporary stall so that any college festival in Trichy or anywhere else, we can take it. You don't have to worry about the funds. The resources have to come. Then only actions will begin. The problem with Indians is we have dreams, but we don't have resources. Then people complain that we don't implement anything because we don't have resources. We have resources for the post-camp and everything. We can go ahead with that. Step 3. What is that? Group 3. And some of the ideas I have just amazing. Green technology side. Hats off. Very professional way of representing. we have to come together as engineers. We have to come together as professionals and contribute to the society. We are changing the society to become professionals. All of us here, for all of us here, we get lakhs and lakhs of rupees. We are talking about free power to farmers. We are talking about 10 kg free rice to poor people. But how much free you have got? You have got lot of whole education is free to the society. There are so many things you have got free. So it is time we have to professionally contribute back to society. So any of the ideas, not only these ideas, any of the ideas you can just this thing. Either we accept as resources, we will commit to it. Or if we do not have resources, as you beautifully said, you want to find 140 megawatt power plants in Tamil Nadu which runs on biomass power plant, which is not using biomass, instead using coal. You want to find a fund, that's a big thing. We will try to find some solution for it. But it is not because of funding. It is because of properties agreements. They don't have the properties agreements at this thing. So when you say 150 megawatts, you are not in the negotiation team at all. If they had 2,000 megawatts, now Tamil Nadu government will be negotiate with them. So Tamil Nadu government fully knows because the 150 megawatts are not able to solve out why you get that deal. So that critical mass is not there. So I am also very, I know BHL in 92-93 when it started the quality movement in the country. You know, BHL Trichy started the quality movement in the country. It was the first public sector agency to get ISO certification. The present executive director, Mr. A. Krishna, is the person who started the quality movement when he was a senior manager at that. They have helped right, left and center everybody in this country to spread quality message. At that time, I never thought that quality would pick up in this country. But as Mr. Banerjee today morning said, it is a huge success. The quality management in this country is a huge success. I'm very proud that Trichy BHL and in some way Chester is also a very tiny part of it. So I don't think that these people, the BHL executive directors, the top management, I know the problem leadership gap in the industry, but the kind of leaders you have in BHL, hats off. It is not easy to become the top boss of BHL. There are going to be 1,005 engineers. So the top management of BHL has always been a visionary leadership. Not now. I am talking about the last 20 years. They are all people who had led the country in some form. And I am seeing that some of you at one day will be the CMDs and EDs and general managers of BHL. And now you will say that you are fit for it. And here is a task. How do we respond to that task? So I feel that we can take up some other assignment. One other thing, we personally, my team and myself personally with my friends, we, as you beautifully said, we do not want to follow the business. We want to put up the smallest world, maybe not the smallest, not the biggest one, the world's carbon negative power plant. It will be a biomass plant and it will be carbon capture. Maybe it's a 10 megawatt, 550 megawatts, or 100 megawatts, but that will be a carbon economy. Maybe that's a thing. That is one thing is the resources are. But let me tell you, wherever the resources are available, for India has led in nuclear technology. India has led in space technology. Why? Because the government of India, right from Mrs. Gandhi's days, has given very high priority to space technology, has given high priority to nuclear technology, and therefore India is now the Indian scientists are either from nuclear India or from space. And I tell you another easy case. 15 days back, I think some of you attended that. Professor Sharon Chen from the University of North Carolina came to tell us that people from Coal Research Center, yes, they also came. We arranged professors came. We had an interaction. And that time, it was a very good presentation. He has a very unique technology. He is based on Sharon Chen as a Singaporean, a Chinese, Singaporean born Chinese. He is working in University of, he is now a US citizen working in University of North Carolina. But he has got a Chinese government grant for working in a carbon capture project. In China, what happens is that China is not like India. There is nobody to wave flags and put slogans. So China will do anything what they want. So China has been allowing illegal mining because they have a coal shortage. They are allowing a lot of illegal mining to happen without government permission. Chinese government knows that, but they want coal, so they have allowed people to illegally mine. And this illegal mining has caused a lot of very dangerous mines in China. It is killing hundreds and hundreds of people, but it is not known outside. So he has developed a technology where he can carbonize. Carbonation takes longer time, but he is working on a technology which will carbonize and put it inside ash, because basically using ash and carbon capture technology wants to get some form of concrete and he's already got the big Chinese government working on it. But when he made the presentation, he is now Carbon Research Group of BHL, NIT Trichy and Dexter, along with the Professor Shenansen and a couple of others. We are trying to work out on a large scale research project in this area. But he said one thing, I don't know whether you noticed, those who were present. He said, India is a country which is very good in one research, that is in fly ash research. But I know fly ash because I am basically from Tuticorin. My father, when I was 25 years, my father used to say, go and see fly ash. There is a lot of fly ash there. Tuticorin Terminal Power Plant was ready to give the fly ash free of cost and even ready to give us money for transporting it somewhere. But Government of India came out with a mission on fly ash. I was wondering what this mission is going to work. But because of that investment, the mission on fly ash, now we are the people across the world who are the best research on fly ash utilization, and we are utilizing it. Whenever you see a child at the Tamil Nadu roads like this, we should. That's what fly ash can do. So we are using every drop of fly ash. So I think if Indians get resources, be it space technology or nuclear technology or fly ash or carbon capture, Indians will deliver, have delivered. I think another case. I think there are around 6 Indians who got Nobel Prizes, starting from Professor Sasiviran, Chandrasekhar, Khurana, and all of them, maybe a couple of them. No one thing, all of them worked abroad and they got the Nobel Prize. Because they worked in an area where resources are available. So that is to say, we have a very good excuse. We can always say that we don't have the resources, otherwise we will all be Nobel laureates. Or we can go and find the resources. We can be apologetic or we can be champions. Let us decide what. Right? And I completely appreciate your point of view that we need to meet regularly and we need to take it forward. Otherwise, I think this is a task. Maybe we are taking baby steps. Maybe we are not 100% perfect. Every technology is like that. Every knowledge is like that. Even when you started studying, we can't write A properly. We will write A 10 times. When we try to cycle, we are doing like this. And then now we know cycling. So all of them require practice. So definitely, I think we can move forward. I know BHL Trichy would be very, it's a very progressive organization. Believe me, I know that how you see BHL Trichy. In BHL Trichy, in NIT Trichy, every day we have problems. But if you look at time scale, if you look at a 5-year time scale, you will see that they are very enlightened. They will create gaps. They will create opportunities. And the best will come out, both in the organization and both in the individual. And I also thank you very much for your patience and kind participation. My best thanks should go to Shvendu ji, Gokul, and Janani for all their work. Mr. Venu, you know, I'm very indebted to you because you started everything, and thank you very much.